What do you want to talk about?
I remember being very, very little and being woken up in the night by a bad dream. I was probably 4 years old.
Uh-huh.
Running into my parents' room. The dream was that I was at home at night and there was a giant green moth floating through my house, flapping its wings slowly and picking up members of my family and pinning them on the wall in the living room, making a human collection.
Do you remember how old you were?
It's probably 4. And I think at that moment I realized that we're all going to die.
Oh. Was there,
And I was terrified and I went in my parents' room. Couldn't fall back asleep.
Had you been studying moths or insects or
I
something?
don't know.
Were you interested in insects as a kid?
I think so.
What happened when you got, do you remember anything that your mother or father said?
No.
Do you remember what you said to them?
I told them about the dream.
Did they laugh? Did they?
No.
No.
They were comforting.
When your mother and father were comforting, was there something that they said or something they did typically that?
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
I think they let me get in the bed and sleep.
To sleep with them?
Yeah.
Right.
I also remember that for some reason I was always fascinated with how I became to be who I was. That somehow it seems very random. I would sit on the toilet while I was potty training and contemplate.
You need anything to drink,
Hi,
honey?
how you doing?
Hi, sweetheart. I just want some tea. Good. Mwah.
Vicky was telling me a story.
I'm doing something.
You would sit on the pot and contemplate.
How the two things became together, the body and the spark.
The spark.
The spark of life. That why I didn't come into the earth as somebody else.
And do you remember what that spark of life, what that was, what that meant?
Something like in the stars.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the soul.
How did that spark get into you? Or how did you get the spark?
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I wondered how that happened.
Right.
It seemed very random to me.
Mm-hmm.
Why I didn't come in as a black child.
Oh, that's interesting. That was a thought you had?
Yeah.
Did it have something to do with Lily, maybe?
I don't know. Why we are who we are.
Wow. That's a great memory.
Two things combining. Physical and the
Right.
spiritual.
Do you remember thinking, you say you used to sit on the pot and contemplate that. Was there, did you sort of figure it out, or did you just always wonder about it and never sort of resolved? And
I don't think I ever figured it out.
Did you ever have the concept? Did it ever occur to you that that the world wouldn't exist if you didn't? that if you didn't exist, that all this was there only because you were there, or something like that.
I don't know. I think it would be there.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever have conversations with your mom and dad about the origins and that sort of thing?
I don't remember.
Yeah. Did Prue or Susan have any particular influence over you? Not influence, but did you interact with them on that level, or was it mostly your mom and dad?
Not really.
Yeah. Okay. Huh. What about God? What did you think about God when you were a kid?
Not much.
You have a wren outside your house. Right over here. That's exactly where... and Prue had a wren outside of Hill House. Every time I hear a wren, I think of her.